Hi, I'm Margie Holmes, psychologist, author, and educator. For today's episode, we decided that we wanted to know what gifts mean vis-a-vis how long you've been in a relationship. So, what gifts do you give your partner at different stages of your relationship? Desiree Season shares, I'm not in a relationship, but I did do some shopping and got something for a dearest confidant. I may not be married, but I have a more fulfilling relationship with her that spans more than 10 years, and I am happy about it. Thanks so much, Desiree, for bringing that extra something to the question that one can have a special relationship with someone who's a friend and not only with a partner. Edna Aquino, my husband and I are not into this gift-giving practice, but we treat each other when one asks. Pag naglalambing, often these are outside of traditional special occasions. Because we travel a lot, we're big on pasalubongs. It's a relationship, and if this relationship is characterized by thoughtfulness, we don't need milestones for gift-giving. Pishi, for my boyfriend, I wish I could give life extension now that we are facing his cancer. I wish I can make him happy while supply lasts. We also wish the same thing for your boyfriend, Pishi. Thank you for helping us realize once more how each moment counts. Now, some of you said that the kinds of gifts shouldn't correspond with the length of a relationship. Albert Borromeo Galao, if you think that a gift is a gauge to a relationship, you are definitely not ready for one. Annie Ray, the longer the relationship, the more meaningful the gift should be. Meaningful does not necessarily mean more expensive. But of course, it is also common sense not to give extravagant gifts at 6 months. Bert Kibuyen, the kind of gift I give to my wife is not based on how long we've been together, but rather based on how she likes it, usefulness and practicality, aesthetics, cost, occasion, symbolism, etc. To which Pishi comments, I wish my estranged husband were like you, Bert. He gave me stuff that he himself could use. On our 6th month, he bought a TV, claiming it was his gift to me, but I am not a TV freak. For a change now, on our 5th year, he gave me nothing. Naku, Pishi, now I know why he is now estranged from you. And good, don't you just hate it when people get gifts for themselves, pretending that it's from you? Now, Romy Baniked, a friend recommended the book Love Language, and it gave the best advice about expressing love. The number of years that you're in a relationship does not matter as much as knowing how your partner loves to be loved. I like handmade gifts and love letters. My husband's love language is service. So, benta sa kanya ang home-cooked meals, massage, etc. You know, one of the nicest things about having a show like this is that you learn from other people. For example, Gary Chapman's book, The 5 Love Languages, is something I've known for quite a while, but never did it make as much sense as what Romy said. You know, because according to Dr. Chapman, there are 5 love languages, and all of us like one of the languages more than another. So these 5 languages include words of affirmation, quality time, receiving gifts, you know, you like your boyfriend, your husband, or your girlfriend to give you gifts, acts of service, like Romy's husband likes, and physical touch. Now, we all enjoy, you know, these 5 languages of love, but usually we enjoy one kind of love language more than others. So, for example, Romy made it very, very clear that her husband likes acts of service. You know, the time you take to cook a meal, give him a massage, foot rub, or whatever. Now, Romy was also very, very clear that she herself liked words of service, now, which is why she likes handmade cards with your own words and not some hallmark, you know, superficial, I love you because, and it rhymes and rhymes, you know. So for someone like Romy, words of affirmation mean the most. Now, if I may give an example, my own example, for example, Joy, you know, my PA, helper, kasambahay, etc. You know, she gave me this lovely cup that says, I love you, ma'am. And it really, really touched me. So one reason is because I love words of affirmation, especially if you mean it, ha, matanda na ako, hindi na niyo ako mabobola. And the other is acts of service because she went out of her way to get me that gift. So maraming salamat sa iyo, Joy. You know, so we have all examples of love languages, right? So I'm sorry to continue, you know, if you love language, you love words of affirmation, or you know your partner loves this, then you give her lots, or him, lots of I love you, I'm so glad we're together, etc., etc. Another love language is physical touch. So lots of hugs, lots of cuddles. Not necessarily sex, but pwede rin yun. No? Which reminds me of a joke between a couple, a virgin male and perhaps a more experienced female. So it was their honeymoon, the first time they were making love. So medyo takot yung lalaki, not that he should have been, but because nga, it was his first time. So it was dark, he went to his wife, you know, and as he was kissing her and touching her, he said, I love you, darling. And his wife said, lower, lower. So he came and he said, I love you, darling. So here you see different ideas of love language. The male thought, of course, words of affirmation, and the female perhaps thought physical touch. Now, for others, for example, Tanya Garcia, we have here her idea, I think, of quality time as being their favorite, she and her partner's love language. In fact, that's what she says. Quality time is the love language that is important for her. And she continues, for long-distance relationships, the time we're physically together is the most important. Me and my partner love traveling, so we save up for a really grand vacation every year, just the two of us. Carmela Fernando, my husband and I tell each other what we want to eliminate guesswork and potential disappointment. You can't expect a practical partner to fully enjoy a sentimental but useless trinket, and vice versa. Correct ka dyan. And there are also those who don't enjoy receiving gifts, so you have to respect that. At the same time, if there's something you really want, speak up. To expect your partner to read your mind is unreasonable and unrealistic. As an old saying goes, it's the thought that counts. But I would like to add to that because I agree 100% with these words. Yes, it's the thought that counts, but the gift also reflects the thought. Well, that's it for today. Join into the discussion by commenting below. Send in your comments, suggestions for future topics and episodes here on Facebook or here on the show. Tweet using the hashtag AskMargie and send an email to askmargie@rappler.com. See you next week.